So there's a lot of talk about extreme risk protection orders or red flag laws. And there's conversation in Congress now about that. And I'm all for that, but not the way you think. So stay tuned. The idea that I have, and I wish it was mine, but it's not. I stole it from someone else. Is it called the Republican Party, by the way, in the House, uh, who said, "Why? Yeah, if you want to have extreme risk protection orders, makes sense. You don't want the wrong people to have guns, and you want to have a mechanism to take them away. Uh, instead of going after law-abiding citizens with no due process, why don't you go after the people you absolutely know are an extreme risk to public safety, and you know that by addressing that population, you would pretty much cut by 70, 80% gun homicides in this country. Hmm. I'm talking about gangs. I'm talking about extreme risk protection orders against known, not suspected, known gang members. They are the ones that are killing the most people with firearms. It has nothing to do with mass shootings. And oh, by the way, gang shootings of more than one person are not considered a mass shooting. Why? Because it's a tricky definition. A mass shoot. If I'm running away from cops and I kill 10 people with a firearm, it's not considered a mass shooting because I killed those people in the process or while doing another felony. Isn't that stupid? To me, dead is dead. A dead body is a dead body. If you want to prevent dead bodies, especially from firearms, you go after the people who do the most dead body making. And in this country, most other places, they're gang members, known gang members. So, what does what is a known gang member, right? Well, a gang is an association of three or more individuals whose members and here's the key, collectively identify themselves by adopting a group identity, which they then use to create an atmosphere of fear or intimidation, frequently by employing one or more of the following: a common name, a slogan, an identifying sign, symbol, tattoo, or other physical markings, style or color of clothing, hairstyle, hand sign, or graffiti, uh, whose purpose is in part to engage in criminal activity and which uses violence or intimidation to further its criminal objectives. Now, if that doesn't constitute an extreme risk to public safety or to others, I don't know what is. And the Republicans proposed that to the House, and the Democrats lost their cookies. We can't do that. We can't do that because voting, because that those places are in Black, Hispanic, and other known gang infested areas. South Side, West Side Chicago. Imagine, imagine now law enforcement having the authority through an extreme risk protection order or red flag. Being a known gang member is already a red flag. And they have a almost 100% probability of being a felon and they shouldn't have firearms anyway, but they do. But they do. Some of them are on probation or parole, and some of those probations or paroles require, not require, but they can at any time, their parole officer, probation officer, could do a warrantless bang on the door, let me in, and then search the premises. But imagine if law enforcement, police, sheriff could get a warrant and just go down the list of known gang members and do it over and over and over and over. And when they find one, because now they have the authority through a red flag law to go and do a search, right? Do a search. And then two things happen. If they find guns, they get them off the street. If they find guns, they get the guns off the street, and they get the people who will use them off the street. And it's not the same thing as stop and frisk. Because stop and frisk, they didn't know who the heck they were dealing with, and that was crazy. But this, we're talking about going after known gang members. And known gang members would understand that at any time, law enforcement could show up to their house where they're staying and search. Why? Because they're a known gang member. It's as simple as that. But the Democrat response, the Democrats in the House responded almost knee-jerk. We can't do that because that would be seen as somehow profiling or some other crazy thing. And that's not true either. It's not profiling. You already profiled somebody because they're a known gang member. And I just read you the definition of that. So, yeah, I'm for red flag laws against known bad people. We have the list. We know who they are. The cops know who they are. The neighbors know who they are. But the Democrats don't want to go there because it would cause the black folks and Hispanics who tend to support them to see that as an attack on their community. Now, frankly, I don't care because I know that the cops know and the neighbors know who the bad guys are that do most of the killing with guns in those neighborhoods. But they don't have a mechanism to go after them. But a red flag type law, an extreme risk protection law that allows law enforcement to go get a warrant and then go after and search for those guns is the right thing to do. What are your thoughts? Just saying. Thanks for watching. Carry on.